welcome back to Hook Eat Up. Today's video is a little different. It's going to be a review of a new kitchen gadget that I bought. And I figured I would start to do some reviews for now, because every now and then I do buy new gadgets, new plates, things that I'm going to be using in the kitchen. And I find that there's not many real good reviews out there. So for those who are interested in cooking gadgets, I'll be reviewing whatever I do come across and start using it in my kitchen. So today we have the Presto Dual Basket Pro Fry. Now, this I bought on Amazon for 59 bucks, Amazon Prime, 2 days in my kitchen. So, I'm going to unbox this and tell you what my initial impressions are. And I'll be actually using this to film another video on how to make po' boys. I'm going to be making deep fried shrimp po' boys, and I'm going to be making it with this deep fryer. So, look out for that video. Don't know which one's coming out first. But for now, let's get into the unboxing. So, this deep fryer is advertised as being able to function as a deep fryer and a steamer. It has 2 baskets for deep frying, and it has a capacity of 12 cups. So it is pretty sizable. Means it'll take a lot of countertop space if you're just going to leave it on your counter all the time. I'll probably store this under one of my cabinets or something, or in a pantry closet, just because I don't want this taking up too much space. So we've got it covered. The baskets come fully assembled, so there's no assembly there. You can see the basket comes with the handle tucked away, and let's see how this works here. Okay, if you just squeeze the handle inward, it locks into this position. If you want to pop it out and condense it, you just squeeze it again, it comes in. So, fairly simple to use. Just squeeze that, and it comes in, just like that. One. And I'm not sure what this is here, but it was inside one of the baskets. Oh, power supply. I guess we'll figure out where that attaches to shortly. The heating element. So the power supply essentially plugs into the back here, providing current to this metal heating element, and that probably rests directly in the bottom of the container to heat up the oil. So pretty straightforward. Wonder what the cleaning's like. It says do not immerse in water, so maintenance on this will be a little difficult, especially as you get oil popping up over here. It says don't fully immerse it in oil, so this is hand washing and hand washing with care, which kind of sucks, because I would prefer to have something that pops out easily and just goes directly to the dishwasher, so I don't have to wash it myself. But I just got to keep that in mind, that I got to just be delicate with this. So far, one minus about the countertop of this thing. And the final components are the oil tray, which is pretty big. Like to deep fry a small chicken in here. And the outer casing, which is really light. So to put this together seems pretty straightforward. First thing that would go in is your main basin. Pop that straight in. There's a maximum and minimum line, and that's cool to have in there because it lets you know exactly where you need to pour your oil to. So when I actually get frying on this thing, I'll first measure up exactly how much goes for the minimum component and how much is for the max. That way we know exactly how much oil this thing really carries, or how much you're going to have to use and budget for it. Now this is the back side of the unit here, and it's going to have grooves that match up to the heating element, or the support for the heating element. And as you can see, it should fit directly into the back here. Okay. So, first thing I'm going to do is just line the holes up, slide it in. So it slides all the way down and it fits nice and flush in there. And let me see how these baskets kind of settle in. I guess the baskets settle in facing you. Fair enough. And let's see how this cover snaps on. Now I think this is a good feature because when I first saw it on the box, it showed that the top was just open, and I immediately thought, oh, this is going to make a mess. And I was like, well, if I'm going to be using this deep fryer, I'm just going to put it under my range hood just so I can exhaust out and catch some of that grease. But it seems that since it does have a cover, I might be able to use this anywhere in my kitchen and more or less control the splatter. So this cover is really handy, I think. And it fits right over. And these holes here line up with the baskets. So this right here, this hole, is for this device here. And it's meant to be the handle so that you can take the top off pretty easily without coming too close to the hot oil. So that's a nice little feature there. That just snaps in, easy peasy. More or less it. Now let's see how this power supply, how much slack we have on this cord, and how it all connects. So I have two outlets here, one there, one on the side. It's kind of short, it's probably 2 feet long, which means that you're not going to have much, to work with. It also recommends not to use an extension cord for whatever reason. I have this over to my right, which is my nearest outlet, and to plug this in is pretty straightforward. It has a magnetic plug here, which I think is pretty cool. And when you plug that in, it just attaches, grabs nice and tight. Plugs in with relative ease. It also has a temperature gauge, which allows you to set exactly how much temperature you need. Different objects fry at different things, or different foods fry at different temperatures. And you want to make sure that you have a fryer that has some temperature control, because it's really going to determine the outcome of your dish. So at this point, I'm wrapping up the introduction to the Presto fryer, and I'm going to actually be using it in a real-world context. I'll be able to do a post-use review, and then I'll let you know what I think. So now that I've had a chance to actually cook with the deep fryer, I made some shrimp po' boys. Now I fried the shrimps up, they were perfectly cooked, and I can actually say that this is a pretty good product. One of my initial concerns was that it wouldn't hold temperature very well, and it wouldn't indicate when the temperature had dropped or needs to be adjusted. The indicator, or the heating element indicator, lets you know that when the light has gone off, that the oil has actually hit the temperature that you had set it to. The way that I tested that out was just by raising the temperature some more, and immediately the heating element came back on and started to heat the oil to that next interval. As I added the shrimp to fry, when the temperature did come down low enough that it warranted an adjustment, once again, the light went on and it started to heat up again. So that was actually pretty good. Now, one other thing that I would like to touch on, actually there's a few other things that I'd like to touch on. First was the amount of oil that it requires. Now, there are 2 lines on the inside, a minimum fill line and a max fill line. They're about equidistant apart from the bottom. Now, the minimum fill line took a whole gallon of oil, which is a lot. So the max fill line is going to take 2 full gallons of oil. Now, I went ahead and I bought this oil strainer, and it would be a pretty good idea for you to use or buy something like this to preserve this oil. Between fries, once it cools down, you're going to want to drain the oil through this funnel back into your gallons. That way it gets all the sediment out and anything that's going to make that oil go bad. And then you're going to want to store that in a warm place or like a cool place so that it doesn't rot. You might be able to use that oil for a few months, depending on how frequently you fry. Once the oil starts to taste weird or starts to burn and smoke or burn things really quickly, that oil is done. Okay. If you start to notice your French fries get dark in the same amount of time that they usually get golden brown, your oil is done. So it's time to replace it. So that's one observation. Another thing is this lid. Now this lid comes with a warning on it that says do not use while frying French fries or other high moisture foods. And that was a concern that I had when I was frying up the shrimp. I was like, when you cover something that's frying, the thing that makes the oil pop and bubble over is actually water evaporating from that oil. So I was like, if the water is evaporating and collects at the top of the cover, it's just going to condense back down and start to drip back into oil, and you'll get like these huge pops. In actually reading the cover, I said, okay, obviously they made a good choice by letting people know that they shouldn't be covering the oil while it's frying high moisture food. So I think that's a good thing from a safety perspective. Other than that, I can say that I did like how it performed. I'm going to be frying larger things, bigger things over time. And after I've had enough time and experience with this fryer, I'm going to come back and do another review to let you know exactly what my overall impressions are. Does it satisfy my needs within my current kitchen? And if I would still recommend it. As of now, for $60, 2-day delivery, I would say this is a go. I like it. I'm glad that I've added it to the kitchen. It's going to allow me to do a lot more frying, so you might see me frying up all kinds of things on this channel. And that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, or actually if you have any recipes that you'd like to recommend, please let me know in the comment section below. If you did like this video, I know it's going to probably be a little long and wordy, but if you did like this video and you felt that it gave you a good sense of what this product is, also let me know, because then I'll know what I need to do. If I need to do more of these videos, do less, make them more concise, what type of things are you looking for, etc. So there you have it. Thank you for joining me at Hooking Up.